Hello, I'm Josh Malatino-Brown. I'm going to talk a little bit in this video about what I learned in relation to the outcomes that were intended from this course. I'm going to talk a little bit about the resources that I used for this project and other assignments, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of problem solving. Cost accounting has added a fresh dynamic to accounting as we learned of new accounts, different ways to cost goods, and how to apply methods in accordance with the activity of a business. This information really helps an accountant evaluate the efficiency of a business and how to increase profits ethically. Breaking down the costs into categories such as direct or indirect or fixed and variable costs was a great start to determining which cost method is best for a business. Understanding these costs and how to account for them will give a more detailed understanding of financial statements, such as a statement of cost of goods manufactured. The way the transactions are recorded depends on the procedures of the business. Utilizing job order cost systems requires control accounts that must be condensed into the main journal and ledger and are focused on the cost of each completed or partially completed job. Process cost systems look at the big picture using cost centers such as departments, processes to figure unit cost and inventory totals. Activity-based costing methods can be difficult and timely to implement, but focuses on the activities within a business to improve efficiency. It takes focus away from the costs incurred by a volume of activity and focuses on other areas such as machine maintenance to calculate more appropriate pricing for goods manufactured. Each cost system includes factory overhead accounts that are allocated depending on what areas of calculating costs are focused on. With that in mind, financial statements, like a cost of goods manufactured statement, can represent data a little differently. It is up to the accountant to determine the best method to calculate and represent data most accurately to the nature of the business and make effective decisions of pricing goods and services. Utilizing Microsoft Word and Excel to complete assignments increased my understanding of the programs and their capabilities, especially when designing financial reports from scratch and using data provided to create calculations and tables to present information to internal and external users. Now, I was pretty confident going into this class, but some of that confidence dropped when I realized that I wasn't completing assignments in accordance with the directions. Moving forward, I slowed myself down when evaluating the assignments to really grasp what was expected of me. But with feedback from the professor, I was able to reapproach my assignments and critically evaluate what was being asked of me, and it has paid off. Using mathematics to evaluate options for businesses has been strengthened since we learned of such new accounts as work in process, factory overhead, and finished goods, which brought about new aspects in accounting altogether. Student communication and feedback is a great way to learn different perspectives and to gain new objectivity that can be useful in any area of life. Two resources that I used heavily throughout this class, whether for the portfolio project or other assignments, were Investopedia, a website, and the school library. I trust Investopedia because their information accurately reflects our text and lecture assignments, but explains it in a slightly different way. I hadn't really utilized the school library before, but now that I'm using it more and more, it's easier to navigate and find information to help me gain understanding and assist with my assignments. Though I have a basic understanding of accounting principles, this class really added some new elements, such as new accounts or costing methods, that made the class increasingly challenging for me. All assignments, portfolio or otherwise, constantly tested our understanding by asking us to apply the knowledge and offer suggestions with the results we obtained. This kind of problem solving is important because it is a typical job duty of an accountant to gather data, calculate areas of risk, and offer suggestions for improvement. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I welcome any constructive criticism. Thanks.